Welcome back to another adventure with Avalon Adventures, and we're gonna go on a hike today, so let's get ready. We're gonna put some oil in our hair. We did take a body shower, but we left our hair, and we are gonna get ready to go hike some mountains. I'm gonna do something really easy because I have not been on a hike in months. It has been way too long since I've been out in nature, and I need to ground myself and be one with nature. And I don't know about you guys, but that's where I truly feel connected to everything. So I need to get out there, and it starts with getting ready. So we got our fit on, just a workout set, and then 511 tactical gear for shoes and jacket. And then we cannot forget, we want to smell good, even though I'm literally not going to run into anyone on this hike. I hope not. It is a weekend, so I may run into people, but I usually go off trail a bit to climb and discover some caves. So we need some water before we go. And I got a little sidetracked by looking at Dolly Parton, and I overfilled my water a little bit. So we're going to just sip that off the top. And yeah, we're going to have to pour out a little bit because that's really cold. I put so much ice in there. It's like Sonic ice. We have a really cool little ice dispenser. But anyways, we are ready to go, doing our little dancey dance, and we are ready to be hydrated, getting all that water that I spilled off there. Oh, and then
speeding home because I left my garage door open.
Anyways, I made it to my hike after going home and doing that. Anyways, this is the walk in. I'm trying to be really, inconspicuous about where I'm going, because I don't want this hike to be over flooded with anybody. It already is, and I take pride in knowing my special little ways and little caves and things that I find on this climb. So this part's partially a trail, and then I, make up the rest as I go. So yeah, right here, when it hits red rocks, that's when I kind of have fun with it and go wherever the heck I want, and I just kind of explore those beautiful rocks. So this is my first little stop. It's just a really surface cave. I don't know how to describe that. It's not a huge indentation in the rocks, but it's just a little cave. And I'm setting up my camera so you guys can see me relax. I end up curling up in here because it gets super windy out here. So when you're in a little cave, it's a nice little break from the wind, but it's not very cold. It's actually hot in the sun and cool in the shade, and nice breezes. So it's kind of the perfect day to come out here. It's my favorite time of year to hike. Less chance of running into snakes and things. I've only run into one ever out here in the last 10-ish years. 9 years. I've been doing this hike for 9 years. So I've been coming out and exploring this little area and all these fun little caves. Not caves, I guess they're just little, I guess you could call them a cave. I guess I've just been in bigger caves, so I don't know what to call these. But anyways, we're just hanging out. I just like to chill. Sometimes I like to power my way to the top, but today I have no intention of going to the top. But look how cool it is. I know the sky is so blue. I'm just so happy to be out here and just see all the cool stuff. Reconnect with nature. So this is my other little favorite area to see. This is the next spot or next stop. I like to take big steps, get some leg workouts in there. It's almost like doing stairs when you go all the way up. And then I like to kind of see where my feet can fit and explore little areas. So I'm trying not to give away my secret spot. Not really secret, but look at this cactus. I'm gonna set up my camera here and go hang out on this rock out here. I tend to do a lot of yoga out on this rock, but I think I'm just gonna stretch a little bit. Nothing too serious. But yeah, I really enjoy being out here, and the crisp air at this time of year is beautiful. It really calms my mind, grounds me, lets me think about things that are important again, and kind of rewire my brain. So I like to just get out here, take a few deep breaths, some stretches, kind of look around. But yeah, I like to I actually just noticed they put some what do you call it, like climbing stuff on these rocks just recently, where you can actually climb with ropes. I hadn't noticed that before, at least in this area. On the other side of the hike, I had seen that before, but not on this side. But anyways, it's getting a little warm out here in the sun, so gotta reconfigure and tie our tactical jacket around our waist. It's my favorite. It's from 511, and this one's like a super lightweight. It looks like a puffer coat, but it's like actually more like a windbreaker. But I like that about it. I have a few things, but actually I noticed today that my 511 shoes are purple, and one of my 511 jackets that I wore today was purple, and I wore a purple headband, and then my water bottle was purple too. A little bit purple overload, but it's okay. It's all good. Anyways, gotta shut off the camera. Ooh, I almost tipped over. Anyways, there's our next stop up there. Let's go. Oh, I love just sitting with my feet over the edge. I know it looks dangerous, but it's honestly, well, I'm more experienced, so it's not dangerous for me. I know my limits. But also, I was watching like people do a little photo shoot below me. I was hoping I wasn't in their photos. But anyways, we're gonna head on up a little bit more. No intention of finishing this hike today. I'm not going all the way to the top, because this is my first hike back in months, and I just really wanted to reconnect and go to my favorite spot. So we are about to go to my favorite spot. One little tough jump there, and then I did make a mistake here. I was like, oh yeah, never step on loose rocks. That was dumb. And anyways, this is my favorite little spot that I've been coming to for 9 years. I brought so many people to this little area. Started off in my freshman year of college, and then after that just kind of brought all my friends out there. My parents have been on this hike, and I come out here anytime I need to clear my mind or think about hard things. So this is kind of like a little introduction to, I know I really don't want other people to find out about this hike, because you can already see the graffiti, but just look at this beautiful view. Oh, gotta pull up the pants. Whoops, that's embarrassing. I can touch the top of it, but anyways, it's beautiful. And sometimes I like to go up to this little spot here that you can like kind of perch yourself on. It's awkward, don't get me wrong, but it's such a beautiful outlook spot. You can actually see the strip from here if you look hard, but not from this angle. But when I see from like my little perch here, I can see, I think, like the stratosphere and like a little bit of that. Especially at night, if you're out here, you can definitely see the lights. But anyways, I'm going to show you guys the other side. This is me crossing through. Yeah, please, no more graffiti, people. But this is the other side of that little cave. You can kind of go up here, and I just like to, hang out, look at the view, admire the nature. I'm weird. I always like to get a higher vantage point, so I'm just weird. I like to climb around and be weird. But anyways, I love nature and being out in the red rocks. I had never really experienced rocks like this until moving to Vegas, and so about 9 years ago, I discovered this spot, and it is my go-to spot. So this is another little high point that I like to do yoga on. But today I just kind of like stretched, and I was like, I'm really trying to practice being in my body. And I don't know if everybody can really relate to that, but some people might. And I struggle with being in my body all the time. And I'm really trying to, ground myself and be more aware of my body and really like of what my body needs. So I didn't need to do a full-on yoga flow. I just needed to do what I needed in the moment, loosen up, walk around and breathe. Like, that is something that I've learned in the last couple of years, is that breathing is something that we can control. And when everything else feels really out of control, going back to your breathing is so important. And that's something I found that's super important. But here I'm just laying on the rocks. I decided I just needed to lay there and like have my whole body on a piece of the earth, because I felt so disconnected from the earth, disconnected from my body. Yeah, so I just kind of laid here. I don't even know how long this clip is. Oh, put my arms on the ground. I was like, I really need to feel it. Yeah, and then I did notice, like, I popped up for a second later on, and I noticed somebody was like looking at me through their binoculars down at the bottom, but I don't know, it's whatever. At this point, I put both of my feet flat on the ground. I probably should have taken my shoes off for this point, just to feel really connected to the earth and like, yeah, I don't know, just feel really one with the rocks. I know that sounds really, really stupid, but some people might understand. And anyways, just really enjoyed my time thinking and like contemplating so many different things. And this is how I get to know myself, is by being alone and taking this time to take a hike by myself on a day, and then also knowing what my body needs. So like knowing and having realistic expectations of, I'm not going to hike all the way up to the top. I'm just going to make it to my favorite little spots, and that's going to be good enough for me. And that's the reality some days, when you're just trying to get back into a routine, or you're trying to reconnect with nature. So I'm trying to get back into a routine of reconnecting with nature, and I definitely hope to do it more. I do like hiking in this weather, so I will probably be out a little bit more. I just think it's super important to have time to reflect on hard times, on difficult situations, replay those things, not too much, because that's OCD, girl. But I'm trying to get to a healthy place where I can replay situations and come up with, future plans to make things go better. So this is my reflection time. This is the time I get to just look around. Right now I'm looking down at all the people who look like ants who are out on that little trail, and I really enjoy that sometimes, looking at people from afar. I definitely love people watching, but I think from afar it's even more fun because they look like little ants. But anyways, definitely just reflecting and knowing what my body needs here is just the key to this whole day, is that I knew I needed to be out in nature. So I hope you guys can appreciate that. And I did get up and I ended up doing some stretches. I ended up realizing that people were watching me at the bottom of the hill for like way too long. That was very uncomfortable. They were doing like a photo shoot down there, and they could see me from here. So whoops, that's okay. But yeah, just like loosening up the back, loosening up the hips. Hips is where your trauma is stored, so I'm trying to loosen that up. But anyways, I am hypermobile as well, so I definitely try to move my body, but not too much, and try and be very forgiving with my body lately. So just some stretches and holding it and really being in tune with my body. I can't stress how important that is for everybody. And that's something that I really needed to work on lately. I had been feeling really disconnected and really like I just needed some me time. I had been working on a production for a month straight, and it was very demanding hours and lots of labor, which is not a problem, but it can get very tiring very fast. I do have chronic illness as well. That's something I'll open up about eventually. So I struggle with that, and it has been hard, but I pushed through, and then I finally rested enough from last month to be able to make it out here on this hike. That's embarrassing. I did the same thing. I stepped on those loose rocks. See you on the next adventure, guys.